back to another one of our videos on our Irish Country Life YouTube channel. Today, Chris, Scooter and I are going to be giving you a little tour of the room we called the Pink Room. We do hope you enjoyed this video, and we hope you have been enjoying our previous videos and the laughter from the last video, and if you do like what you see, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Above the fireplace in the Pink Room, we have a gorgeous Venetian mirror which we bought in Islington many years ago, before we ever had a room to display it. It is stunning with the beautiful pink backdrop on the walls. On the mantelpiece, we have two beautiful cherub putti Dresden mirrors. They are absolutely exquisite, and the detailing of the flowers and the cherubs is just stunning. The fireplace itself is very simple, as this part of the house would have been the original farmhouse. So the detailing was kept quite simple in this part of the house. Chris painted it in a stone effect, picking up the panels in a beautiful verdigris green. He inserted a cameo on the top of the fireplace in the centre, and it just adds a beautiful feature to this very simple, elegant fireplace. The window in the Pink Room, the original sash from 1879, is framed by these magnificent rose pink silk brocade curtains, which were a real find from a shop on Portobello Road many years ago. Above the curtains is a stunning carved wooden pelmet, which Chris has painted in 3 or 4 different shades of gold. On the windowsill, overlooking the kitchen garden, we have a lovely slate clock with a chinoiserie design in a beautiful blue turquoise colour with stunning birds and flowers. This doorway that we spoke about in our very first video of the turquoise room was the doorway that the Baroness before us had knocked through, as she wanted her bedroom to link with her morning room and then on to her dressing room. So this Pink Room that we are currently standing in was the Baroness's dressing room. Because the two rooms are on different levels, she had these steps made, which she called the Elizabethan steps after herself. They are really nice. So here we have a painting of a lady, which I bought as a pair of paintings for Chris. They are pastels from the Cotswolds, in an art gallery in the Cotswolds many years ago. I was in this gallery and the gentleman informed me that there were 2 paintings which originated from Ireland, they think, and there was going to be a couple shortly after me coming to have a look at the paintings and verify them and check where they were coming from. I asked the man in the gallery, were they for sale or were they not? I had a funny feeling I knew where these paintings came from, and I wanted to snatch them before this couple arrived, as I knew that they would be quite valuable to this couple and that I would end up losing out on them. And as it was a present for Chris, I needed them, I wanted them, and I was going to make sure I got them. And I did! Okay, so if you remember in the last video, we had said to you that Scooter had an announcement to make. Unfortunately, we couldn't make the announcement that day because Scooter was suffering from a little bit of anxiety and depression, as he had been stood up. His date that he'd arranged with the neighbour's dog Maggie down the lane had to be cancelled because she wasn't feeling very well. So Scooter wasn't in the best of form. However, they have arranged to go on a date today. They are going on a little woof and tumble down to the local park, Union Woods, where they're going to go for a lovely long walk, and they're going to talk about all things doggy. Scooter has informed me that because of this new adventure that he's going on with his new girlfriend, that he might not be around for all of our YouTube videos. So we are very blessed with the fact that he has graciously joined us today, even though he's patiently waiting for Maggie to go on their walk together. So we should hear that doorbell anytime soon, and Scooter will be off like a light. Don't need to worry, Scooter. She should be here in a minute now. Yes. Okay, that's our cue. Maggie has arrived, So Scooter and Maggie are off for their woof and tumble. I'll be back to you in just a moment to continue filming. Above the bed is a cherub mirror picking up the colours of the room. This beautiful French single bed is hand painted in many different shades of faded blues. It came from France, one of our Bracon trips that we had in Paris, and we had it shipped over. It really is a beautiful bed. Really hope you've enjoyed our tour of this fabulous pink room, and I will now go on and do a very simple flower arrangement which I'm going to place in the window of the pink room. Hi you guys, so earlier on the tour of the pink room I mentioned that we were going to do a flower display in this vase. I've chosen this vase. It's a chinoiserie style vase with lovely birds, butterflies. It's got some pink and green, and it's got this lovely silver top. So I filled it with water, and I'm going to do this arrangement because we are going to have guests coming to stay with us who are going to a wedding nearby in a castle, and so they're staying with us, and thankfully it's not my wedding. Thank God you do it once and never again. And so I'm going to do this little flower arrangement just to brighten up the room and have a nice smell in the room for when they arrive. Now I've been out to the garden and I've gathered some foliage. It's probably too much, I won't use all of it, but I'll do a smaller one for the kitchen. I've cut some tulips from my garden, some purple ones and some dark pink ones, and I've cut some foliage, just some cherry, laurel leaf, and some lovely old twigs that have got some moss growing on them, and a little bit of, the name has left me, but I do know what it is because I have lots of it. But anyway, we'll use that, it will come to me later on. And I've cheated and I've bought just a small pack of roses from Marks and Spencer's. So I'm going to start putting it together for you now. So I also have here with me a secateurs which I used for cutting the wooden bits, and I've also got my scissors for cutting the likes of my tulips. So I'm basically going to start, I'm going to take off the outer layer of the tulip, and I'm going to build a little circle around the outside of the vase. Using my lovely tulips cut fresh from the garden. There is no method. I am not a flower arranger. This is purely, you can be as creative as you like. It's just something, I always think, if you try, no matter what you try with fresh flowers in the house, it's just wonderful. Even if you haven't got them in the garden, just to buy a couple of bunches of fresh flowers from somewhere and then add your own bits and pieces, even from going to the park, just steal a few bits of greenery from the park, I'm sure we'll report you for that. I'm just cutting off the stems and any of the bottom leaves. And I'm just going to work my way around. And add a little twig to that, just a little bit of bulk. And straighten that out. And these leaves just add a little bit of height, drama and texture. Cherry laurel. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way. It's just put it together, stand back, have a look and tweak it as you will. Just the fact that you tried is really all that matters. I always get complimented on any fresh flower arrangement, no matter how basic it is in the room, because people, I think, just enjoy coming and seeing fresh flowers. And another twig for a bit of height. Okay, and then we'll have another bit of laurel. And then also I have some nice eucalyptus, which I cut from the tree. Just remove these bottom leaves. So now you can start to see a little bit of height and shape forming. You can then go in there with the rest of your flowers. And build away. And it's come to me now, it's crocosmia. You know the beautiful orange flower that grows on this, but later, maybe in August time. But I just love the fact that they add that lovely, wafty, airy style to a bouquet. I know, I hear you all saying Angel on Escape to the Chateau is much better at doing flower angel. That's very possibly true. But I'm trying. And you know what they say, God does love a trier. Now, and I actually have used most of the flowers in the display. We have one more tulip to go. I'll stick that in the back here just to even up. Now, I'm not too worried about the back of this display because it's going to go on the fireplace against the wall, so it will have the myrrh as a backdrop. But you can see, you can tweak it as you will, you can fix, you can, you know, change things around, but that's basically a very, very nice arrangement of flowers in a beautiful vase done in less than 5 minutes. And it literally took 5 minutes to cut the bits from the garden. So I hope you enjoy and get creative, and you can add anything you like. You can add a bit of ivy trailing down the vase, but I just thought it was such a beautiful vase, I'd leave it